you can hide from everybody else in the world and you can lie to everybody else in the world other than yourself. To thy own self be true. So when you look at yourself in the bathroom first thing in the morning or last thing before you go to bed, you are facing your demons. You are facing your strengths. You're facing all your problems, whether it is related to menopause or basically even in your youth, where you are in the trajectory of beauty or wellness or health, everything catches up with you in the bathroom. I'm here today, so welcome everybody. This is Dr. Kerline again gracing Bathroom Diaries, even though we're not in the bathroom right now. But I think my next episode
we're gonna do it in the bathroom.
I'm sure your bathroom is better than my bathroom.
Oh, so. Who knows? But it'll be fun.
Really,
yes,
exactly. Yes. So it's gonna be like exactly to talk about bathroom problems in the bathroom.
Yeah.
In somebody's nice bathroom. Like, let's see.
Well, look, we'll compare bathrooms to see which one works.
I can't compare my bathroom because it's ridiculously bad.
Oh, really?
It is.
We should talk about that.
Yeah. It is. No, it's clean, but it's like,
it's small. The two of us, and the camera won't fit.
Yeah, exactly. It can hardly just, like I can squeeze in. But again, so welcome everybody, whoever watches us today. I am in conversation with my friend, Dr. Kerline, who is an ophthalmologist and also another fellow aesthetic and anti-aging doctor. And we are on a similar journey in different parts of Westchester, where we take care of ladies when they are going through their pauses, when they're going through their skin's aging, and we help them with medical grade skincare, different device treatments.
Always medical.
And it's only medical grade skincare. So we're going to be talking today about medical grade skincare, and why this is important in Bathroom Diaries is because one of the things that we look at and observe when we're in the bathroom. So many people, the way, you can hide from everybody else in the world and you can lie to everybody else in the world other than yourself. To thy own self be true. So when you look at yourself in the bathroom first thing in the morning or last thing before you go to bed, you are facing your demons. You are facing your strengths. You're facing all your problems, whether it is related to menopause or, basically even in your youth, where you are in the trajectory of beauty or wellness or health, everything catches up with you in the bathroom. If you're eating bad food or if you're consuming bad diet, that also is something that will catch up with you in the bathroom. Whether it is pre-menstrual issues or perimenopausal issues or postmenopausal issues, all your problems kind of become evident in the bathroom. And that's when, if they keep occurring, that's when you see a doctor like me or another doctor like Kerline. So today we're here to answer certain questions and then basically generally have a conversation because I like talking to her and
we love talking to each other.
Talking about this because this is we both have this desire to be in this field. So
Sophia, I love the way you coined the term Bathroom Diaries, because in the bathroom is where the truth, as you said, comes out, right? We strip down, right? We look at ourselves, right? In that mirror. I always say that mirror above the sink is the very important, right? And that's where you get to look at yourself. And you also see what comes in, what comes out. Right?
The pee problem.
Problem. How hydrated I am, if I'm dehydrated, all of this other stuff.
What's the color of your poop? What's the color of your pee? That's
one. It gives you, there's not that many areas where you get feedback from your body. Right?
They are actually saying that the doctors of future will be very plugged in with your bathroom.
Really?
Because your toilet, which is the receptacle where you deposit your pee and your poop,
Yeah.
is going to be that first lab that's going to take your information and translate it to your doctor. So the first cancer cells that you will deposit in the toilet will scan it.
Oh, wow.
And tell you.
Wow, that is
So
incredible.
it is like one of the ideas for longevity medicine is to where you have a concierge for every human.
I love this.
So we no longer have to chase people, and then colonoscopy, for instance, is going to be for that person who is already spilling cancer cells,
Yeah.
and they will some red flags will just get triggered when certain molecules or elements will be discovered in your pipeline.
100%. I really love that.
Yeah. And the gut biome is very fascinating because they say that the gut biome has a brain of its own. It is the first protector of your body, where the moment you eat food, it is something that is going to protect you from what you placed inside your system. And then of course the stomach cleanses it with the acid bath. Every food has to go through that filtration. However, the gut biome is very, very smart. It's going to take only the things that it will recognize. It's not going to open its door for things that it doesn't recognize. But we have so many different kind of chemicals in our food these days, and
we have polluted that.
the food industrial food complex has put not only so much sugar but so much preservative and so much addictive substances in our food that it is disrupting our gut biome. It is disrupting our hormones, and it's basically putting our kids in danger by creating addictive patterns and behaviors. Part of the fact that we cannot focus is not just social media; it's also the food that we're consuming while we're consuming social media.
It's the mindless consumption
Yeah.
of waste.
Yeah.
And what you've said is very, very important. I don't think people realize. I sort of think of the protection,
Yeah.
and on the outside is our skin.
Yeah.
But then when you go inside, is
Yeah.
that really an inside? Or is that just another protection?
It's another
right?
protection.
Because the skin doesn't allow for things to get in.
Yeah.
But guess what? The gut biome, when you put it in,
Yeah.
doesn't allow things to get in either,
Yeah.
unless you have been eating lots of crap.
Yeah.
And then you start to have what we call leaky gut.
Yeah.
And then now things that are not supposed to
Yeah.
penetrate are coming in. And as you said, the food.
It's disrupted.
Oh my gosh, the food. And we don't think about it.
Yeah.
People do not, it's like the fact that they mindlessly just ingest these things without looking to see where it comes from, where where it's been.
Yeah.
And have you ever tried to give somebody a new medication? Or somebody who thinks that they're very smart, you give them a new medication, they want to know what, when, where, how, is this going to give me this, and what are the side effects and whatever. And I always say to them, you're ingesting food every day.
Yeah.
Have you ever questioned your food sources?
Yeah.
This is the things that you're doing every single day.
Yeah, before you eat your pack of Doritos.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Why don't you ask questions then?
Yeah,
Question Doritos.
Yes.
Question PepsiCo.
Yes.
For making those Doritos.
Yes.
With those stupid things in it.
Yes.
That's making your children sick as well as you sick. And the moment you open a Dorito and you take one bite, you will see the end of that packet because it's that addictive. So it's we definitely don't screen our food as well as we screen our medications. But I would even say that humans are becoming a little more, I would say, discerning when it comes to medications just now. Before that, people would be like, I'm sick, give me a medicine. You try telling somebody that no, do lifestyle and do.
Oh, they don't want to know about lifestyle.
Please give me something.
They don't want to know about lifestyle.
I talk about. Don't tell me to exercise. Don't tell me to hydrate. Don't tell me to sleep on time. Don't tell me to watch my life and my bad habits. Don't tell me to stop drinking, and don't tell me to consume less sugar. First, give me a pill.
The homework. The homework. What are you doing to invest in your own health?
Yeah.
I think people take their health for granted, right? They just sort of feel entitled that they're just supposed to have good health.
Yeah.
But what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, are you walking?
Yeah.
Are you exercising?
Yeah.
What are you resting your brain? Are you mindlessly like just perusing this?
Scrolling, yeah.
Yes.
These days,
How are
scrolling.
you? Yeah, scrolling.
And we're on Netflix.
Yes.
For
yes.
hours and hours. Like that amount of time that you're just like sitting on your ass. It's not good.
Yeah.
You know, it's
100%.
Move your body. But the thing is that, see, one other thing that I feel that we didn't like, either this was not taught to people, or like what is it, or how to go about it, is that humans after a certain point go through a pause. Like women go through a menopause and men go through andropause, and that pause is like a naturally programmed pause that is supposed to eject your body from the matrix of health and fertility and youth and life itself.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the part of life, like, you know, the aging. We are elders just thought that that's a natural progression and that leads to the end of your life. And that is what modern medicine is trying to change. So, and we are no longer dying during or after the pause. Women in United States, or especially in first world countries, they, even though they're in pause, we don't die for like 40, 50
We're
years.
not dying.
Yeah, but our lifestyle is that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But are we embracing the fact?
Yeah.
I think there's an understanding and embracing of the fact that, okay, I'm not dying, but I'll be sick when I get older.
Yeah.
Or it's okay for me to slow
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Or even with some of my patients, when I see them and their vision, and I look and I see that their vision is not optimal.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, well, I'm, 70. This is, of course, I'm
Yeah.
not supposed to see great.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do you accept
Yeah.
the fact that this machine breaks down so easily? And the reason why you accept it is because you realize that you didn't invest in it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you had planted your seeds, you wouldn't be so like relaxed about the fact that your investment is, I just think that we have to stop avoiding sickness and we have to start embracing wellness.
Yeah.
And embracing wellness is a concerted effort that one needs to make.
Yeah.
And the problem is, unfortunately, we get a little lazy.
Yeah.
And the thought of somebody telling us, do this, do that, and do that, we don't want it. But we have to do it if we want to be well.
I think it also stems from the fact that we're understanding menopause or andropause better just now.
Yeah.
That awakening, it didn't really occur in the previous century. This is happening to us as we speak now. And even us, we are like 10 years late. We're arriving like 10 years late to this improved and enhanced understanding of the pause. And one of the things that I always like to educate all my patients is that please understand that a pause is an all system pause. So it's your brain is pausing, your musculature is pausing, your skeleton is getting weaker, your immune system is pausing, your gut biome is pausing, as well as your hormones, your pelvic hormones and your reproductive system is pausing. So once the reproductive equipment is pausing and your hormones are dwindling and you're no longer fertile, that is just one part of that pause. So it's like, yes, you're going to go and try to replace your hormones and you'll feel a little better. But just remember that simultaneously, all the other things are pausing also. So your skin, your brain, your muscle, your bone, your gut, all of those things still remain. So when you, for menopause, when somebody recommends HRT, great. But and after HRTs, women are like, yeah, I'm still like sleepless. I'm still getting something. I'm still like gaining weight. I'm still like, my metabolic slowdown is still going on. My cholesterol is, not where it used to be or whatever. And that's where we have to like, bring it together for people as somebody who's in longevity. I have to bring it together for people that, it's an all system pause. And we have to bring as many systems back to, your prior sense of self. So yes, I mean, like, we do treat like skin, certain, especially the exposed and apparent part of our public faces, facing faces, parts where sometimes we get anti-aging treatments like Botox, or some anti-aging treatments like hyaluronic acid fillers, or
Biostimulants.
the biostimulators, or
Yeah.
neuromodulators.
Polypeptides. And all of
Exactly.
this.
So whether it is like topical or injectable or device, there are so many energy devices that are in the market to bring for portions of your skin that you treat.
The
that can
outside.
shine.
That's all the outside.
Yeah.
But what about
It's
the inside?
outside and inside also. So if you're doing HRT, some of the and other supplements we do offer. The supplements that we do, and again, it is all combined with the fact that, are you taking enough protein? Are you taking enough nutrients that inside your system on a daily basis? So all of it comes together for people. But again, you're accountable for there's so many things that start to fall apart, and then how to bring them together is the new this is the new wave and new awakening in health, that and wellness industry, and especially longevity industry, where, like, if you do this, will it give you a longer lease into wellness? Because what's the point? Because people are basically questioning that, what's the point of a very long lifespan if the last 10-15 years of your life are just spent running from one doctor's office to the other, managing diseases?
The question is that everybody's going to ask. So I'm asking the question everybody is going to ask is, do you have to be rich to be able to have wellness?
Yeah. At this point, in United States, and that's my personal point of view, and that is that in United States, I know that you also, as an ophthalmologist, you do take insurance, and you still work
for eye
with
surgery,
for eye
diseases.
it's
Yes,
whatever.
yes, for
And
diseases.
diseases. Yeah, insurance is
Wellness is another story.
exactly. And
wellness is getting ahead. Wellness is like studying for the test when you know the test is coming up, but you know you don't have it. How are you preparing for the future? So what happens is that your insurance is not going to cover prophylaxis, meaning preventative health. Your insurance is not covered for you to go to the gym. Right? They don't cover certain things, right? They're going to try to fix you if you're broken down. But the problem is, are you going to wait to be broken down?
Yeah. No, but I 100% agree with that, because I always like to tell my clients is that your health insurance is like your car insurance. It only gets triggered and activated
when there's an accident.
When you have an accident.
Yes, I love it.
If there is a problem, that's where you take it to the insurance. It will fix your problem. However, in health insurance, they are treating the human body, which is, you only have, once your car is broken, you can go after 5 years of misusing that car, you can dump it in the dumpster and go get yourself a new car. But once you dump the human body, you're done.
That's all you have.
And then you have to wait for reincarnation.
The question is, I love your analogy. Because we don't expect your car insurance to pay for your tune-ups, your oil change, right?
Your denting, painting,
your
house,
the little dings, the
and
dings, the dents.
Your car insurance is not going to care if you put bad quality gas in it. I mean, for those people who have now a solar, even they have to, preserve certain elements of their car. I mean, you don't need an oil change anymore if you have like an electric car. But you still need maintenance of that vehicle also.
And are you gonna? Most people have no problem with investing in the maintenance of their car. They understand that. But are you going to invest in the maintenance of this thing that we have?
Listen, this is your human body is the most sophisticated vessel that has evolved over millennia, and it is the holder of your consciousness. And the moment you're done with this body, oops, you're gone. And it is a fragile system. It's not we're not made of metal. We're like, skin is so fragile. Even it is strong in many ways, because I say that it is fragile and it is prone to injury. However, skin is something also so fascinating that not a single bacteria and virus, they can come and sit on it and they can't get through.
Isn't that amazing?
That the top layer of your skin, the epidermal layer, is basically made up of tightly bound dead cells. So basically, when you're looking at somebody's face, you're looking at dead parts of their body.
Yeah, right.
So, but these cells are so nicely bound together, they're interlocked, that nothing can get through, and that's the barrier that separates you from the rest of the world. And but the thing is that maintaining it and bringing it and making it last you for the entirety of your lifespan is a very big new field in aesthetic medicine. And there are so many amazing things that are happening, and the understanding the fact that your skin cells, one thing that really fascinates me is that your skin cell and your brain cells arise from the same matrix of cells when you're just a one cell embryo, which is the outermost layer, which is the ectoderm of the embryonic tissue. Half of it turns into your brain cells, and the other half turns into skin cells. And that's why your skin cells and your brain cells are related. And that's why when your skin is disintegrating through time, your brain can tell that you're old. That's why we say that you can hide from everybody, but you can't hide from your own self. The hardest person to fool is you yourself.
Always.
You can fool others, but not yourself. And that's why I say that, yes, we can help you, but we can only help you if you stop fooling yourself and you face your demons.
That's the problem that I find sometimes, is that people get into their own way.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Right?
And that's you are the obstacle you have to overcome.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
The obstacle in your path may be your own self.
Always.
Something you're doing that you gotta like rethink.
Always.
Right?
Even like I find that sometimes analogies in surgery.
Yeah.
I find that sometimes the patients who are the most relaxed and open, everything works out smoothly.
Yeah.
But the ones that and they're asking the questions and they're this and they're that and they're and then I'm trying to operate and they're getting into my own way and they're getting in their own way and I'm like, you gotta relax.
Yeah.
And you gotta be open to the flow of energy. And you have to be open. Do not be a barrier to your own success.
Yeah. Yeah. Or a successful outcome.
Yes.
That you're about to bring to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, a child that you're trying to feed and that child is throwing things away.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, sit still.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And open your mouth so I can put this food in you.
Yes. Be open to receive. Yes.
Well, the inner child, it's we have to create barriers also. But sometimes when you placing your trust in another human requires that alignment. And sometimes, that alignment sometimes develops. I do know people that, when they initially come, they may have certain, preconceived notions that, this is this, they've heard it from somewhere, or they saw something on social media and whatever. But then, over a period of time, just like any relationship, so your relationship with a beauty doctor, for instance, it also develops. It's a relationship. I tell everybody that your injector is a more intimate relationship than a boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. What do you mean by that?
I feel that it is like, so your injector, you have to have like a very straightforward, very authentic, and you have to have that trust, because that person is injecting things inside you. So you have to have that relationship, that trust, to build that trust. And it doesn't come overnight. It develops over a period of, several experiences.
It's true.
And that's when, they realize that, okay, could we find the relief from whatever existential angst that we took to our injector. So that is, I feel that, just like when you are dating someone, or when you're like, I say that, go find different injectors and then find your person and then stick with that person, because you want somebody to maintain your doses and see what you got, when you got it. You can't be like sleeping with one person today and then another person for another day and then another person another
Well, then
day.
that person
Because
is never
eventually you will
able to master you.
not only not master you, you don't know who put what in you.
That's
you know,
true. But
and who put how much in you, because
that's
then
true.
that means that you're going from pillar to post.
Yeah.
So you don't know how clean was one person, what product somebody else is using, because there is no real standard in the industry at this point. Some people will put 2 mLs on every face. Some people will put like a microdose. Like me, if somebody comes, I am like a microdoser. I'm like, please, I'm not gonna fix a wrinkle that you had for 50 years in 2 days. Sorry, that's not me.
Yeah, like today I
You know.
saw a woman who wanted me to do something with her lips, and she said, if you look, my lips are asymmetric, right? And she thought they were naturally asymmetric. But when I looked at her, I said, wait, no, you have filler migration here, right? That's not asymmetric. The reason why you have the dulling of the architecture is it migrated. So that was placed in a way. So I had to make sure to point that out to her, because now I got to fix
somebody else's problem.
Make something perfect that's already been imperfected by somebody else.
Yeah.
And, in a way, I don't know if you feel this way, but sometimes, have you ever had a patient that comes in and they come see you and they're a brand new patient, and then when they tell you their story, they give you a list of all these other doctors that they've seen, right?
That's a very big red flag.
Yes. And the doctors, as they start saying the names, and I went here, these people. Yeah. And my response to this person usually is, why are you here? Like, why do you think I'll be any better or different? Like, one person, maybe 2 people, but when you go into 3 or 4 or whatever, and I sort of consider that as that person who sleeps around with everyone.
Yeah, that's a Tinder.
Right?
That's a person who stays on Tinder and is like, oh, today I'm going to go
swiping and sleeping with here and sleeping with there. How am I going to help you? How am I going to fix you?
That's like if you had a doctor, somebody goes to a doctor and that person goes to 5 different doctors, and one person is giving one set of medications, somebody is giving some other set of medications.
What are you doing?
And nobody is talking to each other because you're not telling everybody.
What are you doing?
And I personally, I don't even inject such phases.
Yes.
So I basically, if somebody comes to me, and first of all, it's very hard to deal with someone who is, because this also shows addiction.
Yes.
Because that basically means that you have some form of body dysmorphia that you are trying to fill with medical grade skincare.
Yes.
And you think that that beauty is outside of you and somebody is going to give it to you. You don't have it in you.
Yes.
So I think it just shows that it just points to addictive patterns that, like if somebody comes to me and I inject a certain amount of Botox and certain amount of filler, and they come to me in next week that give me more, I'll be like, no way, Jose. You're not getting it from me. So now this person, if that person is not getting it from me and it goes somewhere else and gets the pill of shots, and for instance, if they start looking absurd after that, after a couple of those treatments, because that's when you get migration, somebody with somebody is overfilling because you have the cash to dispense, and because you're addicted, you're not gonna. So I do feel that between, it's like a trouble that triangle, that axis of trouble, axis of evil, which is like body dysmorphia and addiction to these products and not feeling beautiful.
I find that a lot of times when the person is more caught up in what they think is the solution than in just offering the problem. Meaning when you have the person who comes and says, give me a syringe and put it here, and then I want this, and then I want for you to come, can you get your Restylane? No, actually I don't want Restylane, I want Juvederm right here, right? I'm like, Wait a
Oh
second.
wow. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You're supposed to come, present your problem,
Yeah.
what you don't, what you like enhanced.
Yeah.
And then with my background, you're assuming that I have some background knowledge, right? That's why you came to me, so that I'll be able to diagnose the problem, look at all the tools that I have, and figure out what is the appropriate solution. But now you're coming and telling me I want a half a syringe here and I want a this and that, and make sure it's this and that. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. This is not the person for me. Because no one's going to come into my OR and say, I want for you to do this surgery this way, and you're going to use this tool and make sure you do. No.
And God forbid if you have have trouble, who's going to get, sued is also you.
Are you invested in the solution?
Yeah.
Or are you invested in telling me how to do something, and then when it doesn't, as you said, it doesn't come out the way that you want it to, you're no, I don't do that anymore. I'm too grown for that.
Yeah. No, I have come to a point because I've been it's been such a long time that I've been doing this. I think about it, I started doing it in 2010. So now it's 2025. So it's like almost 15 years of injecting and, doing the device treatment.
Which is amazing in this field to have that much experience and knowledge. I give that to you, right?
It is. So I've kind of gone through pretty much every kind of.
You're on the frontier.
Yes, I have. I started. I was one of the original ones who started doing this.
Yes.
So, and I also, persevered because I was like, I was super passionate about this. So I was like, I'm not stopping because it became part of the pause. Because if I cannot release your beauty and your health from the clutches of pause, then did I do a good job? And I didn't feel so. I kept with it. But now as I'm becoming better at it, understanding it, I feel that you cannot dispense beauty to anyone. You're either were born with it or you're not. And most people have it, and who know if you have it, you have it. The rest of us are trying to get it. And the thing is that the best way to perceive yourself as beautiful is to, face yourself and try to improve and try to keep hold yourself through time and stop, help yourself from not failing. Your skin also fails. So I do talk about chronic skin failure, which is happening to us all the time. And as you get deeper into time, you will face your skin failure. So for somebody who has body dysmorphia issues, you gotta get over your dysmorphia so that you can face your chronic skin failure, because skin failure is going to happen to you. So if you're dysmorphic with young skin at 20 and 30, guess what's waiting for you at 55? Guess what's waiting for you at 65? Because your body comes with an expiration. And we are trying to extend that expiration date with some of these medications, but these medications are not end in all. And they only take you a few steps ahead of your own time and bring you back and connect you back with the version of self that you like best. But if you never liked yourself, then your problem may be more mental, rather than don't seek body dysmorphia treatments in aesthetic clinics. Because anybody who is doctor hopping everywhere for because sometimes I feel that if you're doctor hopping because the price is not right, then also you have a problem, because it is a problem, because none of these medications are cheap. None of these medications. And if you want a person who is experienced to do the work for you, that's definitely not cheap. And to find, or else, I know that these days people go to Turkey and get it done. And, maybe if you go to a different country, you might find, products that maybe, cheaper. But in United States, if you want an FDA approved medication that was made here and, is dispensed, in a way which is appropriate and won't harm you, or won't harm you in the short term or the long term, you gotta know the cost of it, and then stay with it and settle with it.
This is not,
and it's out of pocket. So it's definitely, I mean, coming back to your question before we got distracted into this big thing, is that yes, I mean, this is not something, because beauty and health is an out of pocket cost, and it's not covered by your insurance. It is such a, it is going to be a burden for women or men to help themselves. I mean, menopause, the hormones are not covered. Testosterone is not FDA approved. Nobody's going to give you. For men also, I mean, many of the things that men also need for andropause are not covered.
you know, it's not. It's a marathon that you have to be willing to sit there with the endurance and keep pace and continue to run and invest.
Yeah.
It's not a sprint.
Yeah.
There's no shortcuts to this journey.
Yeah.
There really is.
Listen,
not.
you shouldn't. Yeah. Don't give up on
You know,
yourself.
and when you come and you, like, I call it, you cut off my hands.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Meaning you come and you say, I want this, I want this, I want this, but you know, I only have but this much.
Yeah.
I feel terrible because I want to make this accessible to everybody. But in reality, even if I do a patch job for you now, what's going to happen? Age is going to happen. Time. And then you're going to be back to where you started all over, right?
Exactly.
So if you can't keep pace with it,
it's a constant.
Then
renewal.
what is it? Like, maybe you might have an event. You want a little pick me up for the event. But then after that, what is going to happen? So when you're coming and you're like, breaking the little piggy bank and, it's like, but you're going to continue to keep aging.
Yeah. It's not stopping.
My favorite is when people come in and they tell me they had a treatment somewhere and they said it worked. But then it stopped working.
Yeah. Like everything else.
What do you mean? You mean time happened? You mean you continue to keep aging? Right?
Exactly.
Like, so it's something where you have to keep pace with. You have to maintain.
Yeah, exactly. It's a constant renewal.
Yeah, absolutely.
After, okay, when you're young, you go to sleep and that's all the renewal you need. And
you don't have to wash your face. Even though I think you should wash your face, you don't want to wash your face.
Well, that didn't happen to me even when I was young. Like, I had to renew myself.
Oh, I wash my face every morning and evening. I don't care what disco, whatever. And I would, believe me, I was at NYU. I was going to clubs all the time at night, but I always washed my face.
And that was all that you needed. But, but the thing is that, and that's what I'm saying, that washing my face didn't work. I had to do a lot more even when I was much younger.
Yeah.
But after a certain point in life, you need a little more. And as you get deeper into life and you're losing the youth, you're losing the connection with your youthful body, you need a little more assistance. And that assistance is something that currently is in all of I think throughout this planet, there is no place on this planet where that renewal is covered by any insurance.
Well, you need medical grade products. This over-the-counter crap is only for young people. So you need medical grade products. You need to be consistent with your regimen. You need to be coming for assessment. You need, sometimes you need an energy-based, device, a solution here and there. You need to maintain.
And 100% I agree with that. But I also...
What do you say to those people who say, well, my grandmother she only used,
baby oil.
Yes, only baby oil. Or a little
oil of Olay.
Yes, that's all she did was a little oil of Olay.
All she did was this, and look at her now.
Yeah.
And listen, if you belong to a person who has such great genes, then you need to do better than her. Right?
Tell us
the
what.
Purpose
I know exactly where you are with
life is that our children should do better than us. That is the purpose.
But here's the story. Your grandmother did not live in the same environment that we live in.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Was there all these pollutants? Right? Was there all of this stuff? Was this all the stuff in their food product?
Yeah.
Was all the microplastics all over the place?
We're made of plastic.
Yeah, we really are.
I have microplastic everywhere.
Everywhere.
So microplastics are, again, like another reason that menopause is so much more painful for some of us, because we are facing new elements.
Tell them why microplastics is a thing.
Yeah, it is part of every product that you're consuming, it comes with microplastics. So they say that it has become interwoven in our DNA. So, and the kind of diseases it's going to cause, we don't even know.
Well, a lot of reproductive issues, I think, are related to that because of the estrogen that's in a lot of the microplastics.
It is disrupting. It is disrupting many of the things. But what I say is that, your grandmother did not have access to some of these medical grade products that we have now in this century. So they actually are, but I do have a feeling that the younger people who are now coming up, they are completely open to this.
Yeah, but your grandmother did not have as much oxidative stress that we do every day.
That's true.
That's the end of the story. That's the story right there.
Yeah. But I'm hoping that we're doing something.
We're doing great.
That is like, that may help us. And I think for now it is helping. I do feel that, it helps whenever we use it, whenever I use it, and whenever whoever else comes. And, we do it like it's 15 years of doing it. It is like, I know that the awareness for this is now different. So people are getting it, that this is like something that they have to do. Health and wellness is something that they have to do themselves.
Such an exciting field.
The reason I went into health and wellness only after being in beauty for 7-8 years. And I was like, if no matter how much I work on your beauty, if you're not healthy, you lose all that work in like 1 week.
Absolutely. And being your background in geriatrics, you had a crystal ball as to what the future entails.
Exactly.
Right?
I tell people that, if you want to, see what happens to sick people, go to the hospital. Not a single person in any of those beds is beautiful. The first thing that gets out of your system is like your sense of beauty and health.
They're beautiful souls, maybe, but on the outside.
But your human body is nothing but a set of chemical reactions that's occurring under your skin. And once that reaction goes bad, you don't know where that consciousness goes. If you're in pain, I mean, like, your consciousness is gone. Like, see a person going through something like chemo or fighting anything, because guess what? One other thing that happens during menopause is the immune system pause. That is the reason during menopause, how many women develop cancer, how many women develop autoimmune issues. And it is where your immune system is pausing, and it's a lot of it starts attacking your own body because it finds so many dysfunctional cells. So that is something that we also have to address with anti-aging, and they are recommending some biologics for immune stabilization so that our immune system doesn't attack itself as we age. So it's a lot. So it's a lot of system collapse. It's like a multi-system collapse that occurs. And you try. I know people say, "Oh, exercise," but exercise is not going to do everything. No. How many people who exercise so much and then one day they just drop dead with some other issue that was like totally unrelated, or how many very healthy women, developing breast cancer, finding that something else has happened, and it is an immune dysfunction. So understanding that awareness is coming together, but
I don't think people pay a lot of attention, unfortunately, to
immune system.
Yeah.
Well, we do over here. And, we try to teach one person at a time, because teaching is one person at a time.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's good to, do with multiple, viewers through social media where, if somebody's interested, they will hear it. But anybody who comes in, I always make sure that they understand that there is an immune response that you gotta wonder and worry about.
I think immune health is very important. And I think if you can address it with your antioxidants, your vitamin C, your probiotics.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Making sure the skin integrity is very strong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it's more than just putting on a mask and hoping that no antigens come in my way. Right? Right?
No.
You know, if your immune system is healthy, it should be able to fight those little antigens. Right?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Right? So my point is, like, what are you doing to stimulate that?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in my office, we do infusions. So where, like for menopause, we have like the super antioxidants,
Perfect.
high dose vitamin C, high dose glutathione, all the B vitamins that we can find in the town. And
I love that.
So we give you an oil change.
I love that.
And balancing of your nutrients. And I say, a lot of people ask me that, there's so many nutrients and there's so many supplements, what to do? And I'm like, listen, if you have water soluble vitamins, it's very hard for water soluble vitamins to reach your end organs when you take them orally.
100%.
So your doctor should discern that these are the ones that we need to put in your vein directly, and these are the vitamins that you should take orally. And that's supplementation is constant.
I'm all
It's
about
like,
supplementation.
it's like you gotta supplement, but supplementing correctly is like another lecture. I guess
That's a whole nother lecture.
It's a different
we're gonna talk about that. I can't wait.
Bathroom Diaries.
Yes. Supplement.
So we'll see. So we talk about where we can go supplement by supplement. Which one is it good? Is it not?
Listen. Bathroom Diaries, we're going to talk about what you can be doing because you need to embrace your health and what that's going to be great. That's I love that stuff. I love it.
No, supplements is it's very close to my heart because I think that especially during perimenopause and menopause and andropause, you got to know your supplements and if somebody is on the right thing because they keep functioning. They never pause. How can women feel strong, vibrant, and confident through this transition?
Strength training.
Strength training, okay.
Right? Because you get a lot of muscular atrophy and bone reabsorption. And, it's very, very important that, you're losing protein and you're losing muscle. Right? And strength training is very important. We have this thing that when we're younger, we do a lot of cardiovascular. But I'm going to tell you, once you get to a certain age, you're better off spending a time walking to just get that cardiovascular. I call it keep the pipes clean, right? Keep the pipes clean. But then the strength training is so important.
Strength training, I do feel that also you have to be you may need some coaching.
So you do need coaching, but not for nothing. You could pick up 5 pounds and do something every day instead of sitting in front of the TV or when you're watching it. Do your thing. Make sure that you're challenging yourself. Do this stuff, right? It's very, very important. It's great for the metabolism. Our metabolism slow down as we get older, right? We're eating the same old thing. Sometimes you don't even eat anything and you see yourself gaining weight, right? So that sets that thermometer, right? Your muscles, right? So you need that and you need to help with the muscles, slow down the bone reabsorption. That's why all these old people, they're falling and tripping and they're breaking this and they're breaking that because the bones are reabsorbing.
And the other thing is that, one of the things that I also am recommending for menopause is if somebody has metabolic slowdown that they cannot overcome is the GLP-1 agonist. Consider
very
that.
Important.
And I know that it's not covered for menopausal symptoms yet, but I'm very hopeful that in the future years, there should be some form of it that may become available. Because this is going to stop women from becoming unhealthy by the time they're 65. And it's going to increase the life of their, different organs for a long time.
GLP, right? GLP versus insulin resistance.
What do you like? What do you choose?
Right?
Choose.
We're becoming,
resistant.
Because every thing that we're eating has some carbohydrates and some sugar that's hidden in it, and our body is just throwing out that insulin to try to, metabolize it, and our body's becoming resistant. But the beauty of these GLP antagonists is that they balance that out. You know, we think of it as, oh, you're just gonna it's a quick fix to lose weight. No, it's doing a lot more.
It's a sugar neutralizer.
It really is.
It's a sugar neutralizer. Basically, it's gonna control your sugars, and you'll stop getting any sugar spikes. So your body's not gonna cook itself from within, and your brain is not gonna cook itself from within. So it is something that, if Parkinson's runs in your family or Alzheimer's runs in your family, you better be on it.
You do.
You need to be on it, because sugar is gonna screw up your chances of escaping the diseases of
sugar
brain.
Is the fertilizer to disease.
Sugar is the cocaine of our time.
It is.
It is super harmful, super addictive, and it's available. It's in everything, and we're feeding it to our children and our old people and our young adults, and it's wreaking havoc on the population. And that's one of the reasons that if we cannot control the industrial food complex, at least we can equip our people with the GLP-1 agonists so they can save themselves.
Well, we're going to make sure to say goodbye. But this is Professor Sophia.
See you guys again. Thank you for being with us and hanging out with us and listening to our conversations. I love my conversation with my girlfriend.
Oh, no.
And we have same passion. We love beauty, health, wellness, and how to keep our people connected with versions of themselves that they love the most, and where they are the most creative,
where they flourish the best,
where they are in the flow of things in life. And we hope that not only for us and our families, but also for all the people that we come in connection with. And if you are one of our people, we say hello to you, and we'll be back with Bathroom Diaries number 3 with my friend Kerline very soon. I'm gonna just
thank you. Bye bye.